All right, peace. I'm going live. I just wanted to share quick strategic information with y'all real fast. Um, and polygamy has been a hot topic since the emergence of the conscious movement and other movements that have arisen that have brought the topic of discussion to the forefront, especially in Islamic circles, Moorish American circles, Nation of Islam, Prophet Center. It's a pretty hot topic. There's a lot of history on polygamy. Uh, there's a lot of falsehoods, myths, and uh, narratives that are pushed to try to deter men and women from polygamy. But for the most part, it's basically a tool that was heavily used by the supreme beings and uh, effectively spreading their superior genetics among virgins. The virgin women were the highest prospects for polygamy. And then you have those around the women that were around that were a part of slain soldiers that went out in war. They were left behind. So for them to not be out by themselves and getting caught up in the ills of society, they uh, they were married on to men married. Um, Now, polygamy is, I'm gonna say polygamy is, like I said, it's a tool that is actually used by us, has been used by us, and the negative connotations that have arisen over the past 30, 40 years in regards to polygamy is pretty much matriarchal uh, rhetoric by feminazis that have interjected false narratives within the history of polygamy. Um, Now, those of us that are, you know, polygamy is not for everybody, not for every man. Um, it is, exercise. It was considered more so exercised by those of the higher stature, higher class, and you can see that today, even on a dysfunctional level, in um, the entertainment world, famous athletes, stars that have that they practice polygyny. Um, the topic that I want to discuss um, is for those of us that are actually engaging in polygamy, what to watch out for. Um, these prototypes of women I have been studying for the past, I'm gonna say 6 years, and some I've come across myself, and some I have seen vicariously through other relationships and stuff like that. Um, I have plenty of friends that are in actual polygamous relationships. So I have a healthy knowledge of, you know, these prototypes. I came up with these myself. Some of you might agree, some might disagree, but basically these are the prototypes that's here at this present time, at this present generation. And the reason why I put this, uh, why I want to share this information is because polygamy is going to be even more of a topic as things as the worlds collide, as the fall of the American system, the fall of the feminazi propaganda, the systems are going to come crashing down, and a lot of women are that are single, that have been running the streets, that have been just enjoying their independence away from uh, so-called away from us as black men, as men in general. They've been enjoying their independence. However, that the reign of that is coming to a screeching halt. It's going to come down fast. So what's going to happen is a lot of women are now going to be, um, they're going to present themselves as being interested in polygamy, but there will be ulterior motives by these particular women. And as gods, as men, we should be aware of these women and use the information that I'm about to present to you accordingly in regards to these type of women. Also, you would want to use indigenous systems or systems of prevention to scan and weed out the undesirable women or these women with ulterior motives, because it will save you a lot of time, it'll save you health, it'll save you money, and it'll keep your kingdom clean and free of these uh, prototypes that have these ulterior motives. So, with that said, before I get started, I want to share something from Sister Sherazad Ali, The Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman. Real fast, I just wanted to read chapter 16, page 154, titled The Other Woman. It says, she says that there is no history of the black man settling down with one woman and never desiring to have another woman. Before slavery, during slavery, or after slavery, the black man has never been reported to have just one woman. The black woman does not know that just because her man does not have another woman does not mean that he does not want one. He just has not figured out how to do it and keep the peace. He knows for an actual fact that if his woman finds out or even suspects that he is interested in adding another woman to his life, she will not give him another moment of peace until he has convinced her beyond all doubt that he has either changed his mind or wasn't serious about it in the first place. She will keep him up all night if need be until he gets it straight. Since the black woman has reduced her own worth to her genitals, she also equates the black man's value with his. She has an idea that sexual intercourse has some kind of divine worth to the black man as it has to her, and that he should only reserve it for one woman, herself. So I shared that with you because it goes into the prototypes that I will be actually sharing with y'all. So um now as gods we don't do dysfunctional polygamy. This is not about sexual conquest. This is not for show. This is not cute. Actually taking on more than one woman is actually a heavy responsibility, especially if you are looked at as their lord, as their god, and have and you are in a leadership position. When you are adding women to your harem, you actually have to understand and see where that woman you're with and the woman that you are adding, or the women that you are adding, what particular part they will play in your particular kingdom. This is not just adding her on as a free ride. She has to be bringing something, as they say, to the table. She could be a virgin. She could, be submitting her womb to you, to bear children. Um, she could be an asset to the many businesses that you have erected. There are numerous things that she will have to fit into the equation, but she has to actually fit into the equation, and she just this is she just not going to be there for a free ride. Okay, and the reason why I'm saying that is because this also will weed out those that have ulterior motives, and this will safeguard you. So let's get into the first type. The first type is the first type of the polygamous woman. This woman has an actual background in polygamy. She either was a part of a previous polygamous relationship, or she grew up under Islamic society or Hebraic society, where she was a part of the family. Her father may have been a part of it. Her uncles, somehow or another, she has had the influence of polygamy in her life. She's very agreeable, loyal, 100% supportive of you. She doesn't have any territorial issues. She looks at the oncoming wife or the sister wife as an actual sister, and doesn't feel threatened by her presence or what it is that she has to offer. Um, she likes her place as a woman, and she's very supportive of everything that you have going on. And this is the typical, this is the ideal woman or wife that you would actually want to engage in polygamy, because this one is the one that is the ideal type. She doesn't have any ulterior motives. Um, she values her alone time. She values your alone time. She also values the sister wife alone time, and she's there to help. She's 100% your fan. So this is the ideal type. There's really not too much explanation in regards to what this particular prototype is, but this one is the ideal type, and this is the one that we should be looking for and engaging. Um, the second one is the total opposite of that. This one is not with polygamy. She is against it. She hates it. She may have had bad experiences in the past with it. She probably was at one time a part of a polygamous relationship. Or like majority of women, she just grew up in a pseudo Christian society that promoted matriarchal, one woman, one man, etc., etc. So there is no way you will be able to convince her that she should be a part of the harem or be a part of your kingdom, nor should you try to convince her to be a part of your kingdom or your harem, because it is going to backfire. Even if she decides to be like, okay, I can get down with this, I'm gonna try it again. No, she has to be in 100% commitment to it, and not be unsure about it, or have a disdain for it, or a bad taste in her mouth because of what she done seen on TV, or just period. That's what you want to stay away from. Don't try to bring these types into your harem. The third type is an interesting type. This particular woman is one who tells you that she is down with polygyny, and she pretty much you know doesn't give you too much push and you expressing that that's what you want. However, this particular prototype causes many, many, many problems, real problems and perceived problems. She puts so much stress on the actual man that, in hopes of him abandoning such a pursuit of polygamy, she causes many different problems. She's an emotional manipulator. Every time she thinks that that's what you are moving towards, she will create a problem and make it seem as though that you are not handling things within their relationships, and you should. She will pretty much guilt trip you into making you believe that you should want to pursue this when things are straight at home. She'll throw the term around, oh, you don't need to have things uh, done at home. So how are you going out to trying to get another woman or get another wife? Things are not even right with us. This woman is very stressful. She'll stress you out. You'll have a lot of anger issues. You'll be resentful, and you will try to figure out if this is really for you. This woman will have you second guessing your pursuit of polygamy because of the high level of emotional manipulation that she will present to you. There will be numerous problems, and these problems are made for you to try to they're like fires that she wants you to try to put out. She'll start one over here and start one over here just to keep you busy, just to keep you, because this woman doesn't have any real depth within herself. You understand? Like, she is a child. She knows that there's nothing really interesting about her, so she creates this world of problems within a relationship within her mind, and hopes that you're like Tom and Jerry. You're Tom. You're always trying to figure out where the next problem is arising and how you can neutralize it. And she knows that you're going to constantly pursue this other woman, so she's going to constantly present some type of problem. However, this is what Sister Sherazad Ali um, said in the book. She said she will not give him another moment of peace until he has convinced her beyond all doubt that he has either changed his mind or wasn't serious about it in the first place. Right. So this type of woman that we're dealing with, and we're going to be meeting a lot of these women. They're going to see that you have your harem set up. They're going to see you have your businesses set up. They're going to see that you're financially stable, and they're going to, their intention to come in is to be the only woman. I had many women that I was talking to that they revealed that eventually we would have been together. They would have tried to get me away from polygamy, just flat out. That's what they said. I said, that wouldn't have worked, but I'm glad you told me that. These are the type of women that you're dealing with. They cause many, many, many problems. Argumentative. They're going to work you. They're going to work you. If you let them work you, they are going to work you. They're going to try to make as though that you don't have things tight at home. And it's a guilt trip. It's to make you look at yourself and be like, oh, well, maybe I'm all right, I'm awake. But what you're doing is you don't understand what she's doing. She's making the decision for you. And as rulers, we don't allow her to make any decisions. We make all the decisions. We don't tell her that we make all the decisions. We just make all the decisions. Period. That's what she's doing. That's her tactic. She is going to work you in a way that makes you feel guilty, because in your mind you're like, damn, how can I actually pursue another woman when things are really not right at home? This is the one that you have to watch out for. They are very dangerous, even though they say, yeah, I'm with it. but she puts the decisions back in her hands by creating these problems. And then it gets into, well, you don't have things together here, so why are you even trying to pursue that? Now she got you, because now once you feed into that, you're like, oh man, I got to get this together. Now you leaving it up to her when things are together, and in her mind, her intention is things will never be together. There will always be another level of things that are not right at home until you finally wake up and see that your time is being wasted by this particular woman. This is, until you figure it out. And a lot of times we don't figure it out. We just forsake polygamy altogether, not knowing that we just got worked by, the hustle. Hustled you out of your pursuit of polygamy. So be careful of number three. Number three is very dangerous. Um, they're all dangerous, but number three is something is noteworthy to look at, because this is the one that actually she says that she puts your defenses down by saying that she's with it, and then she turns around and has these ulterior motive of destroying that and getting you away from that pursuit. Number four, also dangerous. Also dangerous because this one resents you for even presenting polygamy to her. You let her know that you're into polygamy, and she says, well, she resents that. She don't tell you this though. She resents the fact that you're bold enough to say that you are not monogamous and you're not into one woman, and that you have a genuine interest in other women. She hates you for that. She resents you for that. So this one will be a part of the harem, but she will cheat. She'll have side niggas. She'll talk to other men. And in her mind, instead of telling you that she doesn't, this is not the lifestyle for her, she will cheat and she'll stay with you. Because in her mind, she's like, hell, he getting his thing off with his women. So why can I have my niggas over here? But she didn't memorialize that to you. That's the thing about the whole situation. This particular one, she's the one that she talks to her girlfriends, and they like, yeah, you with him and that polygamy stuff, you allow him? Oh girl, yeah, he do, but I'll be over here with such and such. I'll be over here with Frank. I'll be over here with Steve. Or I'll be letting the boy at my job knock my back in. You know what I'm saying? I'll be giving him head and everything. So, you know what I mean? He can do whatever. I'm doing me over here. These are the type of prototypes that you're going to be dealing with in the near future, because these women are not going to have a safe haven or the platform of that they've been given by the open enemy for the last 60 years. So they're not gonna be able to find suitable men because they're not suitable themselves. So they're going to try to attach to polygamy, and a lot of men are going to fall for this because they're going to think it's an honor for that these women have waken up and come to their senses about polygamy. So they're like, oh, they're just gonna be taking them in. Oh, man, I could, yeah, man, you should with polygamy, yeah. You know what I mean? You know how men is. You know how he is. We get hyped because we so glad that they are accepting that, but accepting to polygamy after years of us screaming, shouting, arguing, going over the history, the philosophy of polygamy. We're finally glad that she's with it. She's with it, man. She has an ulterior motive. She has an ulterior motive, and this one is the most dangerous because she will stay with you, and as if she'll smile, she'll play the part and everything. She'll smile with the other sister, and they talk, and she'll also look for weaknesses in the sister, and in a way that tries to get her on the same uh, mindset that she's on. She'll do that. She'll try to get your sister wife on the same. She'll throw little things at her to try to tempt her and get her to break the loyalty between them, because women love to see other women fail. They love that. They love seeing other women fail, and that way she can, in her mind, see, they fight secret wars against black men. They fight wars in their head, where they don't have the capabilities to beat us up or physically punch on us. So how they fight using what's between their legs, and they'll actually have a whole relationship with a man, and they'll be having sex, they'll be going out and everything. And when you try to exert your authority in your house, in your kingdom, in her mind, she like, "Well, this dude think he exerting some. He don't know I'll be out with what's the name, getting my back blown out. He think he running stuff." That's the type of wars that they fight in their head. They fight wars in their head against you, and you don't know nothing about this. You think everything is everything, and meanwhile, she like, "Yeah, this dude raising his voice. Who you think he talking to?" That's why when he go on that trip next week, I'm gonna be right over what's the name house, doing getting it in. Yeah, it's real like that. So this particular woman will also try to get the sister wife to deviate away from the polygamous pursuits, just just because she hates you. She never. It's the thing about another thing about a lot of these women. They really hate you for being bold, for having the audacity, because they look at themselves every day. A lot of women have self-esteem issues, so they take that as a self-esteem issue when you say that you are not into monogamy. Even though you don't know them from a can of paint, you're just being open and honest. They looking at you like, "How dare you memorialize that and not try to hide it?" They'd rather you try to hide it. They will try. They want you to hide it and be afraid. And they like, "Oh, okay, I feel," because he in their mind they justify it and say, "Oh, at least he tried to hide it. At least he didn't want to, you know, he didn't want to do it in my face." When you tell them that you are polygamous and that you are not into monogamy and you're not into one woman, that hurts. That hurts them, and they don't even know you. They take that to the heart. They take that to the heart, but they don't tell you that. They just fight a war with you, and they will, undermine your authority. And how they do that, they undermine your authority by sleeping with another man. It's a sick game that they play. In her mind, she's having sex with this man, and in her mind, she's like, "My husband don't know that I'm having sex with this dude." This is the nature that these graphic women have uh, been touched with. This is what they do, and this is what you're gonna. This is what you. This is the the ones that we are going to be engaging. These are the ones that are going to try to run to polygamy first. At the first sight of trouble, at the first sign of things, the collapse of things. Yeah. This prototype of number 4 really resents you. She resents you for being bold enough to say that. Plain and simple. You have to watch out for this particular one, and you can actually catch this one because she'll say certain things that will raise your ear, like, because it's too much. When you repress certain things, you can only suppress certain things for so long in the subconscious mind or in your mind. Period. If you're attentive and you listen to other people, you'll see a lot of things that they say are repressed and things that how they really feel. So with this particular prototype number 4, you can actually identify them because they'll say things totally contradictory to what y'all agreed on. For instance, I'm gonna give you an example. if y'all watching TV and there's a show on um, about a couple and the woman is the woman is out, they're in a marriage and you see that the woman on the show has went out and had multiple men cheating on her husband, or getting back at him for doing what he did. If she agrees with that, if she's like, yeah, and she gets excited by that, watch it. Because what she's doing is not just TV, it's she's identifying with that. She identifies with that. You don't believe me? All of us that watch slave movies where the slave master get killed, did we not, shake our head like, yeah, that's what he deserved. Ah, cool. I couldn't wait till they got him. It'd be the most vicious slave master. When he get his head chopped off, or he get burnt or poisoned, and we be looking in the movie because we can identify with getting somebody that has done that to us back. If you see her do that, take note of it. Take note of it. Don't ignore it. And don't think because she's a part of your harem that you gotta constantly watch over your harem and your wives. You have to, because they can easily be manipulated. They are the weaker sex when it comes to they can be emotionally manipulated. They can be emotionally manipulated, and that's why we have to guard ourselves. Don't be so happy and think that because they want to talk about polygamy and they read books on it and stuff like that they really with it. Mm-mm. They're just adjusting to the time and what must be done in order for them to survive. They're not interested in polygamy to bring any additions to the family. They're not doing that. They're doing it for a particular reason. And some women are these number fours are so vindictive that they heard about you, they seen you, they seen how you get down, and they just want to come in and destroy that, just to say that they destroyed that or cause the problems that they cause. You have some that are that sadistic within their mind and within their thinking that they will try to enter your harem to destroy it. So watch out for number four and listen out for number four. Number five, the last one, is this one is a mixture uh of four and five. Well, mixture of four, but five. And this particular one is she's only wants to be a part of your harem because of the benefits of it. You may tell her you might tell her you're paying her rent, you're gonna pay her student loans, you're gonna pay her car note. So she will pretty much hide within the harem, and she will hide within the harem to until these things are paid off, until she's in position to get away from that. And then she'll come with a sob story and say, well, I tried it out and I really, it's not something I can't get down with. That will be her story. But this will be after she done received some type of benefit from you, whether it's financial, whether it be, the sister wives uh, watching her children. If she has children, whatever it is, she's just there to benefit until she can get to a certain spot in her life to where it's though. You might be like, you might tell her like, yeah, I'm gonna buy you a house, and she'll let you buy her house. And then once you buy her the house, then she'll be she out. She's like, I got what I need. I got you know I got my security. I got you know the things that I was looking for, this is what I can get out of it. So I'm out. And like I said, she'll come with the sob story and say, "Oh, I tried this, and this is not really for me. I really thought it was for me. I really thought I could do it, but this is not the situation for me. I really need to be with just one person." That was not her intention from the beginning. It's not her. That's not her. That's not her intention from the beginning at all. Her intention was to get in and get what she could get out of it, and that was it. That's it. And she is a mixture of four because she at the time she also got side niggas. She also got dudes that she's talking to on the side, dudes that she's having sex with. Because, like I said, she is a mixture of four. She kind of resents that too. But her thing is, I'm gonna get my thing off too, and I'm gonna get whatever benefit I can get from this polygamous contract. But this is where contracts are needed, and this is where um, your paperwork has to be tight. This can safeguard you too, because those that have the ulterior motives, once they're exposed, they can be eradicated. They can, and they can be liable for some type of legal damages, some type of financial damages that needs to be put in place. Contracts need to be put in place with all prospects or all those that are in your harem. That way, they'll think twice. When they see that contract, they be like, "Oh no, I'm all right, I'm cool." But when it's just an open harem that they can just engage in and just walk in and just do whatever they can do, then they definitely are going to do that. They're definitely going to do that. So these women that are coming up talking about polygamy and talking about what they going to accept, um, nah, we're not accepting that. Rule number 11: stand your ground. Stand your ground. Do not budge. Do not budge 1 inch. 1 inch. Do not budge 1 inch from what she, what you really want. Don't budge 1 inch from what you really want. Do not, and definitely don't settle for what she's willing to give you. Do not, because they'll definitely give you, and all those prototypes that I mentioned, especially number 3, that's the one. She don't settle for that, especially when you find out that she is the architect of the problems, the real or perceived problems. You know what I'm saying? Do not compromise. Do not compromise or negotiate with her at all. Rule number 11: do not compromise or negotiate with her, man. It's 1,000% your way or the highway. Period. No negotiating, no arguing. None. None at all. Get that contract in place and make it, memorialize it, get it notarized, get it legalized, and this will stop a lot of this just treachery. You gotta understand, this system has made these women treacherous in regards to dealing with you. They don't have any treachery when it comes to dealing with the enemy. They have been taught treachery, how to use treachery effectively against black men and men in general. But when it comes to the system as a whole, they are worms. All that deviousness and clandestine maneuvers, all that stuff go right out the door. They back straight, they talking different, and they wouldn't dare do anything with this towards this enemy or to the dominant society or to the established order of things. But they know how to do it in the household with you. So these are the 5 prototypes of polygamous women that you need to watch out for. Trust me, they are on their way. They're already setting a platform to be talking about polygamy and entertaining it. but they only go back to my last video where I said do not argue with women. I specifically said that a lot of when the system collapses, a lot of these women are going to be coming your way. They're going to want to hear whatever it is you got to say. But this is after they done had their fun though. They done had their fun. They done got used. They done traveled the world. They done had sex with multiple men, with foreign men. They done had sex in the car. They done had sex on their job. And they expect you to be there to clean that up. They even manipulate you. Say, yeah, you talking about polygamy, but polygamy is supposed to been you're supposed to deal with the women that have been left behind and that have children that are struggling. And yeah, all this stuff is coming your way. All those that say that they are dealing with polygamy, this is coming your way. This is coming your way. These prototypes are coming your way. If they're not already here, you have to understand these women do not like polygamy. I've been in relationships where that these women, one woman, she was an Orthodox Muslim. She told me that she said, "Yeah, I would agree to you having another wife. However, now I will make a contract to where as though y'all can't have any children." I I never forgot that, but I looked at it and said, "Wow, these sisters really have an issue with a law designating that within the Quran. They got a serious problem with that. In fact, I was watching a Noah Law, shout out Salam Allah to Noah Law. I was watching his live and I was reading a comment the other day when he was talking about polygamy. And the sister under there said that she's a Muslim. She grew up in polygamy and there's more cons than it is pros. And she said, why did she said polygamy is too patriarchal? Why can't it just because it's more than more women? Why can't women have this? Why women have more than one husband? And I said, you gotta understand the mindset of where she's coming from. See, it's a jealousy thing. They don't like the fact that men have that privilege to do that. Because here you're a Muslim, you're supposed to understand this. You say you believe in the Quran, you say you done read the Quran, you're a Muslim at X, Y, and Z. Where do you originate the question of why can't a woman have more than this mystery God that you believe in? Question him about it. Question the mystery God about it. Hey, why did you make this? Why can a man have more than one wife and women can't? That's what I seen that in the comment. I was like, unbelievable. But these women actually hate that. It's a high deep going around. I think it was Minister Farrakhan, a lecture he did in 1986 on hypocrisy, and he stated that he was talking to Sister Claire Muhammad, Mother Claire Muhammad, and she said, "I I, I love everything within the Quran. That there's one thing I hate is that a man can have more than one wife." And from his recollection of that, he said that's something that Allah wrote. He said, "You hate something that Allah made permissible," and he kind of tied it into why law and the person gave uh, the messenger permission to take on more than one wife and bear children, because those children that came from Sister Claire, I don't know if he was trying to say that because she held it within her mind that these children would be defective. You in the message of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. I don't know if he was tying it to that, But if that is the case, then that goes into what I'm saying. Women hate the fact that they have that option, and a lot of women are dealing with a lot of women, modern women especially, are dealing with penis implant. They hate the fact men have these so-called this immunity for a lot of things. They don't like that, so they react, they rebel, and they do things because deep down inside they are actually jealous of men and the power that they wield. So, with that said, I'm not going to be too long with this. But if you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please put them in the comment section. And like I said, we can build on this as men. Um, no, there's no. This is strictly for the men. This is strictly for the men. So we have to understand that these things are going to be coming our way, and we have to be prepared for them. We have to be prepared for them 100% because we don't want to fall victim or be subjected to the manipulation, the treachery that's going to be implemented. Like I said, get your contracts in place and make them clear and decisive, and let it be known within the contract that there will be penalties for any type of treachery or um, any type of manipulation or anything that would cause harm, emotional harm, financial harm within the family. So um, those are the five prototypes. Um, and then also you have those that will act like interested. Like I said in my last video, can read books. If they're interested in polygamy, read a book. Don't get up there and lecture these women about no polygamy. We're done with that. Do not have no full panel questions, none of that. That is over with. I'm telling you, that is over with, guys, brothers. That is over with. No more talking. If they are interested in anything polygamy, there are books they can read. Give it to them. Give them the site, give them the link, and be like, hey, there you go. Read that. That's for you. You said you was interested in it. There you go. Don't get up there and lecture them about nothing. We did that for years. We're done with that. So with that said, I'd like to say peace to all God. Salam alaikum. Hotep. Shalom. Shalom. Like I said, any comments, questions, or suggestions, please feel free to put something in the comment box, and we can build on that. If you have something to add it. If you have a critique of this particular message, critique each other as men. We are the iron sharpens iron. I'm not above I'm not above correction. I'm here as your friend, and I'm here to share with you my research and study and actual experience with this particular subject. And I don't need to do video on top of video. All you need to do is listen to what I'm saying, do your own research, and come back to the video. You don't need to do 1, 2, 3, 4 hours. We are done over exerting ourselves, explaining stuff. Read it, listen, and research it. And you'll see that you'll come to the same conclusion that I have come to. So, peace to the gods. That's my time. And hope you're having a wonderful day out there. Be safe. Stay vigilant. Don't be succumb to any propaganda. Remember, argue with women. Rule number 3, don't argue with women. And rule number 11, stand your ground. You're not negotiating anything. You the prize, not them. Peace.